Alright, let's get this started back up. Hello guys, I'm Captain Red, and I'm back with more Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. If you missed the first stream, we mostly just did some of the first trial, and then my Wi-Fi went out. So if you want to see that, my channel on YouTube is Captain Red, so just look that up. I can even put it in chat if you want it. But, we'll go back. We're going to finish the first trial, and then we're going to go on to the second trial. Hopefully getting the first trial done, and then getting towards the second trial, because we do have to do something that will come up soon. So, let's get back to it. You want to start playing for this save game? Yep. Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. What? You claim that I switched the bottle? Where is your proof? Proof? Well, that's, as I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty. Objection! I wouldn't be so sure of that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? Ah, yes. I have your memo about that here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Borscht Boat Club. And here's one of the bottles in question. What are you going to do? What are you going to dust that for fingerprints too? I would be surprised if anywhere on that but his. Mr. Gavins probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything. Say, Apollo. Yes? Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? But why? Just humor me. Mr. Wright, that bottle will solve this case once and for all. What? That's some bottle. Oh, the 5. There's something inside the bottle. What's this? That card. It can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony from a moment. Miss Olga Orley? Yes, her little swindle, Devochka. That night I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Wait. This isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in this piece of testimony? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Disposed? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. The 5 of hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped, and only one who could have done that was the 4th person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ooh, he's getting angry. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. That is all. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago? My past is like my logic. Straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little terre-à-terre, right? I don't know if I said that right. This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone? I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Caff? It was at the end of the trial, man. He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now. I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith? His occupation was listed as traveler. An odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good, Mr. Wright? Yes. 7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer. He was extremely talented, to be sure. I need 2 things before I can confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, this courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our own very initial trial system. We have to set it right. Mr. Wright. Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Woo! Dang, I was towards the end of the friggin' first trial and my freaking Wi-Fi went out. Oh well, what you gonna do about it, huh? Am I right or am I right? Court is adjourned. April 20th, 4:28 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thanks, Apollo. You came through just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. Gav, the killer. I couldn't have done it myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability? Ability? Yes, a sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... I have one question for the witness, then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. The answer? Right. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in days to come. Huh? Wait, you don't know, do you? This locket is the key? Huh? Oh, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture is in your locket. Your daughter, right? That's right, she's my daughter. You know, you were right about this locket. Eh? I took this off his neck the night he died, but it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him. Wait, but that's perjury. You testified. You said that locket was yours. I said no such thing, actually. Huh? I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth. Wait, but then why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside? Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Office after all. I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo. Yes? How about coming to work for me? Eh? You mean at the Wright & Co. law offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. I can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, but you're not a... Oh, I turned it in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore. That incident 7 years ago. That legendary trial. And at the middle of it all was one man, Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion, and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. It just seemed, well, too perfect. I'll bet that was the evidence.
Take that!
You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright. Yes, that card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left, leaving the wrong card in its place. Luckily for us. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Then you really... Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney. Who's calling themselves an attorney, Paulo? So it's true. The rumor, it's true? 7 years ago? None of that matters much now, does it? Ah! I punched him. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office address. Drop in if you like. Mr. Wright. Oh, about your uppercut? Try yelling, "Take that," next time. I find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved, and at the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins. End. And that is episode 1 done. Alright. Turnabout Corner, episode 2. We'll continue. As long as we draw breath, the wheel of fate turns. Spinning big crimes and little crimes. And when the wheel stops, you die. June 15th, 9:12 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. Even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here honest. Here being the legendary Wright & Co. Law Offices. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. Ah, you must be here for the interview. Right this way. Huh? Hello there. You found the right place. Welcome. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin? What? Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess... defending? Defending? Unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me, defend. Just give it all you got, don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson, a professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks, but I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend. No. Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Huh? The Wright & Co. law offices, right? Oh, I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again? What's there to read? Look, it says right here there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. I'm Trilogy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. It all came flooding back to the trial. That girl. Of course you would say that. Hello, sir. Please pick a car. I love friends. That's right, she's my daughter. Trucy, right? Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo Justice. Attorney at law. Yes. Okay, talk. Phoenix Wright. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Eh? You know about that? Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. Daddy, right. That reminds me, about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. A hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. What? So you're your Phoenix Wright's daughter? That's right. After Daddy's quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy, get it? No. No. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? 15? How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago, when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people? Does that include you? Trilogy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Promise you'll come to the one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright. Pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic. I'll give you that. Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic is quite close. Right, well, I'll be going now, and I'll, give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait, I'll go with you. June 15th, 9:45 a.m., Hickfield Clinic. So this is Mr. Wright's hospital. Visitors ID, yeah. Yeah. Are you the doctor? Yep, Dr. Hicksfield, the name, Good morning, Doc. Oh, hiya there, Trocy. Cute as ever, Is this Daddy's room? Oh, yeah. Come, except he's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? Got any places you like examined? Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't the Daddy-O, the cutest little thing in town. Guess I'll be off then. Later, Trucy. Wow, What an odd bird that guy was. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. What happened? So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me? Victim of a hit and run? A hit and... You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air. Only stopped when my head hit the telephone pole. Jeez! You hit a telephone pole? With your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. It really is he is as lucky as they say. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot, I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. Tee. Aw, Daddy. You'll soon to come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. So, why did you contact me? What could the Wright Talent Agency possibly want with me? No need to be prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come into the office on your phone free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big. I thought someone was dying. So, you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right. Daddy, how are we going to pay this month's rent and the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbolic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school again. No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us, Polly? Huh? What, now it's all my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? I mean, I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Daddy. Hook, line, and sinker. Now it's time to reel him in. It's official, I'm scared. A client. Alright, so who's the client? Ah, yes. Here, take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night, I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that, Indochine pasta joint, Aladdin Tay's. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked the telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into the telephone pole. Well, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you've found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke, huh? Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office anytime now. The office? You mean the talent agency. No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. It's right in front of the park. Should be easy to find. So he's going to make me investigate this after all. Map added to the court record. Alright. Back. Let me head back to the right talent agency. Yep. June 15th, 10:05 a.m. Right talent agency. Hey. How long are you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Hey there, Trucy doll. Sound like you pops had a bit of a rut spot, eh? Well that ends well, I guess. Oh, well that ends well, I guess. This is our client? Hey, so this is that Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yes, the name's Apollo. Look at him there. Arms all crossed like ready to fight. Yes, sir, you don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir, I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed. My keep's been kept. My noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? You know, Mr. Eldon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? No nicknames, please, and no, of course I don't know him. You new in these parts? Not really. Then you know the best noodles in town, Eldon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles. Help me out here, Trucy doll. This is Mr. Guy Eldon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Eldon. That's right, he's got like a harmonica around his freaking neck. Anything for you, Trucy doll. Who's this guy? So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Eldon? Guy Eldon's the name. The noodles and noodles are my game. The secret is the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for a year and a half. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodlemen for generations. Got a lot of expectations on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. Hello. Kiri. Is this what you're gonna do when I'm streaming?
Yes.
Jesus. How was your sleep, buddy?
Suffer.
Suffer? For what?
I don't know. But you should.
Well, I'll suffer.
Nerd.
Thanks. That's a pretty old noodle. Aye, the fool that I was. I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. Well, that didn't turn out so well. Oh? There was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy.
Alright, that's my cue to go.
I'm playing Apollo Justice. What do you expect from me?
I don't know why you're streaming it on Discord. You're fucking blind.
Yeah, well, it's so you can get better because, you know, it's delayed on stream, so... Mm-hmm. And if you want to, you could voice a character.
No, I'm good. I already tore my throat back open today.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, just so you can watch and see all that. Alright, salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So, it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I cared to linger on. So last year, I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Eldon's noodles. So tell me more about Eldon's noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty, why they're saltier than salt. Now I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pops' stand back during his attorney days too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry, I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Huh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl about now. What do you mean? It was stolen. My stand, gone. Stolen?
How do you steal an entire fucking noodle stand?
You just take it while he's asleep. It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's a harmonica. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets compliments. Now you're just trying to butter me up. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My keep, my castle, ooh. Maybe some bum carted it off. Just guessing here. But I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. He's eating his hair. You know it. Anywho's, that's the deal. Good luck. Good, huh? Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you'll feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I'd make it so hot and salty 2 bowls kill a man. Then I'd really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get it back today if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. JoJo reference? Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. Oh, freak me. I hate... Ugh, I already know what she's gonna ask about. It's freaking stupid. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. Huh? Hey, what's this? More thievery and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. Panties? So they were, stolen. Your, my panties, yes. Right, panties. That's a crying shame. That is Trilogy doll. I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to dry. God damn it.
What?
When a thief came and took them, my favorite panties, I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait. Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost them. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. A darn crying shame, yup. Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. And you help out Trilogy doll here. And you help out Trilogy doll here too, you hear? As he eats his hair. Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in a courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list, Phoenix Wright. Daddy's hit and run accident. We had the he gets hit by a car, his head hits a pole, and all he gets is a broken ankle. Or twisted ankle.
What?
Yeah? I think I can find it. Or is it just this one? Yeah, no, it's just this one. But yeah, no, he gets hit by the car, gets sent flying 30 feet in the air, hits a pole with his head, and all he gets is a twisted ankle. It was weird. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's gonna pay us for this again? And the second item, Mr. Eldon's request to find your stolen stand, for which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. And the last request is mine, to find my stolen panties. That bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly. To the streets. Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack them cases, you and me. Guess we might as well get started. Let's see, a hit and run, a stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. Isn't it just a great day? Oh, I went to the wrong place. No, I guess I didn't. Huh? Mr. Wright's gone. Maybe he's gone for an examination. He'll probably be back soon. Let's wait. I think it might take some time. Daddy always loves his examinations. Don't ask, Justice. Just, you don't want to know. Why don't we come back later? Yeah, I guess you're right. I know what those movies are. Alright, back to the talent agency. To go back to moving to the accident scene. June 15th. Accident scene. So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car. According to the map, this is the place. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there, too.
Domain expansion. Jury of the backshot.
No! Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something? Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating? That's quite a house you got there. You must have a lot of money. Wow, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitaki family mansion, little girl. Eh? You, kid with the hair, you want something? Me? No, not a thing, bye. Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kitaki family? They're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. Yeah, and she's got a sword. If you're gonna ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Right. Yeah. Oh, way to whip him into shape, ma'am. Does she know no fear? She gonna freaking whip out that Yoichi Tenkai. Freaking. I'm gonna get infinite void.
Yoichi Tenkai. Woman.
Woman. I'm Plum Kitaki, wife of the fourth head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Gulp. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. Oh, jeez. And then there's that. Who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. I bet she has a story. You know. There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. Alright. Kataki's. Little Plum. That's a really cute name for someone so... Yes. Whoa! What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trissy? Huh? That seems a little bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know we're gangsters. Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Trissy, through me. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't want to die. The bad guys, I like the sound of that. I'm gonna need some warm tea after this, and a new pair of pants. It takes a lot of hard work to protect the family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business, if we can help it, please. Last night's accident. So there was supposedly a car accident here last night. Last night? Of course, you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away. That's my daddy. I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much, industry logo or lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning. Bah! Cleaning up this paint? Battered paint. Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night I heard a crashing noise and found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to his rescue? Hey, you've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our walls, you see. I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please, go through me when you want to. Don't be such a stiff lawyer, boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see. How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the paint on the streets to deal with. Public facilities. I wonder if she means that trash can. There's a big trash can on the way into the park. Guess we could check it out. A detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney, huh? 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something or someone. Wait, you don't think... I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, he took off its mirror. I never knew Daddy was so strong. Maybe when you get hit by a car that's going probably about 50, you're gonna get hit and something's gonna get broken off that car. I only have room in my pocket for one of those, though. Which do you want to take? Slippers. The slippers for patients at the Merkits Clinic was found in front of the Kataki Mansion. And I think I can switch between. Oh. Oh, there you go. Maybe I can present it. Sorry, kid. I got no idea what you're talking about. There's a side view mirror with some paint on it. It's trash can. I can only carry one thing at a time in my pocket, you know. Should I swap the slippers for the mirror? Swap. Sure, let's swap the evidence, Trucy, if you would. I'm on it. I put the mirror into the pocket. Can you tell me anything about this mirror? That's probably from the car that knocked that fellow across the street. Right, that makes this a valuable clue. Let me know if you find that car, would you? You splash Kitaki paint, you pay the price. Okay. Now I think I want the slippers. Paint, yep. You can only carry one thing at a time in pocket, you know. Should I swap the mirror for the slippers? Yep. But radio. Right. And then I want to move to the scene of the stand theft. June 15th, scene of the stand thief. Or theft, whatever. So what's this place? This would be Mr. Eldon's house, silly. Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. I can see a piece of evidence laying on the ground already. Hey! Ah, the Mirror Kid's clinic. Look, there's a police car parked over there. You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place? A hospital? There's a sign. Mirror Kit's clinic. Oh, that's where the thief went. The thief? The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night. Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties. Totally, that's what the police are for. So what the police are for? I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate. Ah, there you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet? No, not yet. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets, just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. Maybe if I show him these? Sorry, sonny boy. My interest is for my stand, precious little else. Get cracking on that case, find my stand, I'm begging you. Well, there's evidence here, which is the bowl. Is this yours, Mr. Eldon? Hey, that there's the heart and soul of Eldon's noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup pretty much. Soon it's going to taste just like noodles. Wow, it does smell like noodles. All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back from me, sonny boy. I'm begging you. Bowl added to the court record. That doorway sure is sparkly. The Mirror Kids Clinic, huh? Looks more like a casino parlor than a hospital. They must be quite profitable. Funny, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today. Bargain. 3 shots for the price of 1. I understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car? Maybe there are tax evaders. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, miss. No going into the clinic today. Did something happen? Huh? Oh, no, nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. We look like the right age to be playing doctor. We need a little more info on this Mirror Kids clinic. We could ask Mr. Eldon. He is their neighbor, I know. And we should check out that garage? What if the thief who stole my panties is still in there? Yeah. Keep going in that plan. This house is, well, it's old. It's been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. It's got character though, just like my suit. I always thought character was a positive thing.
Did they not realize how salty ramen naturally is?
I don't think they do. But I think he's making it saltier. Like, he's putting more salt into it.
Yeah, and you know what the sad thing is? It probably tastes really good.
That's true. I mean, Mr. Right goes there, so. Alright, oh my gosh.
Well, like Mr. Stupid.
I mean, it's true, he got hit by a car. So your stand Eldon's noodles, was it? Aye, passed down from father to son. That stand's seen its share of salt. Salt runs in the family, you might say. I bet high blood pressure does too. So your stand Eldon's noodles was stolen. Oh, it wasn't just a stand, it was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend. No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time he bought a new one anyways? Apollo's so unconsiderate.
Nah, I'd soup.
Are there any more details you could give me about the stand? Is it named Star Platinum?
Yar.
Yar, yar, yar.
Amazing.
You bet, sonny boy, it happened last night. It was yellow.
The world.
I was blowing my whistle, like always, crying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets, thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m., I reckon. Guess he's not aiming for the late night market. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, then I went inside. When did you notice it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast? I'm washed up on the salty shores of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being. They took everything? All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams. At least they left one bowl. Look, there on the ground. If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl, my last bowl. Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. That's it. That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to. That's a crying shame, that is. If they have to steal, make it my linen cloth, not some pretty girl's panties. I don't know if a man wants that. The garage, right? You don't think the thief lives here, do you? Feh? I wouldn't put it past that good for nothing doctor. Do I detect a little animosity here? I got it right? Animosity? Let's make sure to check out that garage thoroughly. Hey, do you think something's happened next door? There's a police car out front. Probably gave someone a food poisoning, I bet. If anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning, that police car
You
got
wouldn't give
here.
them food poisoning, you just give them high blood pressure.
It could be good high blood pressure, too.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of just what eating ramen does.
Yeah?
High blood pressure, but God, does it taste good.
It does. That police car got here this morning, actually. I asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me the neighbor. Not that I was surprised much. That doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that. Maybe now I can... Door is sure sparkly. Yeah, it's a freaking clinic. Looks like they have a special offer going on. 3 shots for the price of 1. Ooh, now's our chance, Apollo. Chance for what? I don't need any shots, thank you. Whoever runs this clinic, they seem pretty business-minded. tell my bulls by the Mr. Salty logo. The mascot of Eldon's Noodles. Is it just like a freaking little speck of salt?
Please tell me it's just a salt shaker.
Probably. They come to the stand, they sit, they drink deep from the bowl. And when they see the bottom, their face looks just like Mr. Salty's genius no. Very high concept. You can't play a trade if you don't love the tools, remember that. Yes, sir. Usually has a thing for professionals, clearly. It probably is a salt shaker. Oh yeah, okay, now I can go into the garage. Meerkat's Clinic Garage. This is the place. This is where that panty snatcher ran. Are you sure? Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues. To the panty snatching. Clues like a pair of panties. Trucy, could you try not saying panties so many times? There's a cat up there. There's something about this car. Let's take a closer look. Well, one. The frick is that? That reminds me. I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. Apparently there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. I remember that case. That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving the case. Wow. I remembered that case record whenever I'm checking out a car. And I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's gotta have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey, there's something in there. What? Wait a second. Are these your... Ah! My panties! What? Already? Oh, gosh. Wow, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really, don't mention it. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties. What are those? My little panties, of course. They've come home to Mama. I can't wait to use them. You're gonna put them on now? Watch closely now. See? Nothing in the panties. Ta-da! Whoa, where'd that come from? How did that bowl get in your panties? My panties are the extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. They're
What?
my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks.
Good night.
I remember now. You've only watched me play the end of this game. You've never heard me talk about this at all. Oh gosh, yeah, this is her magic panties. She completely believes that anything can be in there. It's hilarious. Magic panties. They love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly. You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner! Trucy's panties put directly away in Trucy's pocket. Oh, that's one case closed at least. What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran off with the tool of my trade. Oh, right. Something tells me we're not finished searching this garage anyway. Hey, look at that! The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly? Clue, let's see. I don't have evidence right now. Not that I can think of. No, then what were you smiling about? Oh, I wasn't smiling. It was the dust in here. I thought I was going to sneeze. Ah, you! Well, don't make faces that... Achoo! Are so misleading then. I know yawns are contagious, but sneezes? Well, I'm sure there's gotta be a clue somewhere. Let's keep checking things out. Alright, I'm gonna have to grab the mirror. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. We should bring it to him later. Alright, cell phone. I need to... Oh, kitty. Oh, gosh. In oh, gosh. In the Phoenix Wright, series, everybody has a fight about these freaking ladders. Look, it's a folding ladder. Polly, that's called a step ladder? Come on. A step ladder. How was that different from a regular ladder, then? It's a much more complex piece of machinery. It's like two ladders stuck together. So you admit that basically it's a ladder, right? Wait, huh? You have to look past the form, at the essence of the thing. Can we talk about something else? Kitty! Hey, a kitty cat. Here, kitty kitty. It's not coming down. You do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. It's okay, kitty. His hair won't hurt you. It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in her hat. I do need to go grab the mirror. Alright, go here. Grab the mirror. I don't know what that guy's doing. Back in a question. Move to his house. There's something about this car. Let's take a closer look. There we go. Hey, look at that. The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly? Clue, let's see. Show evidence. I think I do have just a clue you've got in mind.
Take that!
My clue is this. Whoa, it's the same color and size and everything. A perfect match. I guess we could check it out. Two pieces of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something or someone. Well, looks like we've just solved a case. So the car that hit Daddy last night is sitting right in front of us, yep. Wow, you put the pro in professional, Apollo. Gee, thanks, Trucy. Apollo, huh? What is it? Now that we've solved this case, we should go report to Daddy. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him. Okay. He doesn't seem the type to mope, though. And this is hardly a case worth reporting. Back to the talent agency, to the clinic. Or not. Am I missing something? Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey, miss, stay out of the park. He got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? Huh? No, move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play someplace else? We're not kids, and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? Ah, Detective Sky. We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. She's back. I forgot about her. Detective. Why is she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are Curiosity seekers, man. They claim to be lawyers. Ah, why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not. Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental hydroxy... Oh my gosh. Come again? That's hydroxy stuff. Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out of the rift raft if you would. Yes, ma'am. How are we going to get more information like this? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yes, that nice woman. Gulp. Nice woman, yeah. People part. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago, huh? Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances too. You're kidding. What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gates, even our house. Did something happen at your house too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. A private matter. What happened at your house? Bloomers last night. I got a bad feeling about this. Me little plum Kentucky, the victim of a panty snatcher. What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen. Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. It wasn't you, was it? No, of course not, Mercy. I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. This game. And the missing panties all have something in common. It's hard to imagine Trucy's and Mrs. Kataki's panties having much in common. Just imagine Mrs. Kataki's panties. Gulp. I know. We'll find your bloomers too. Great. Show me what you're made of. What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy? That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, mother. She's a Kataki, too. Oh, Miss. Here, our flyer. The Right Anything Agency? Anything Agency? Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Goodbye. We'll be waiting. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. Question mark. Okay, maybe now I go to Mr. Right. I do. Yo, how's it going? Daddy, how do you feel? Not bad, Trucy. Not bad. It's good to have you youngins on the case. Let's old daddy get some rest. Well-deserved R&R. The elderly need their rest.
Daddy!
Isn't he only 33? We've cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent, capable. Tell me what you found out if you want to. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. Progress report. Well, I certainly didn't expect you back this early. Polly's amazing. He found my panties so quick. Almost like he was the one who stole them. You have an interesting concept of praise. And? Did you find the mad driver who gave me that 30-foot toss? Apparently it was a doctor from the Meerkitz Clinic. Meerkitz? Huh? I've heard of him. Nothing good, mind you. That reminds me. A police car was parked outside the clinic. Maybe something happened. What is that? This Meerkitz... I don't know. can't say the actual word clinic anyways. All I've heard are the rumors. That clinic's been making good money. In a bad way. Bad? Ties to organized crime. The Kentucky family. The Kitaki family? You did that on purpose. Some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see. They use the Mirkitics, the clinic, for their patch-up jobs. Interesting. It looked like something had happened in that park. Ah, a body was found there in unusual circumstances. Something more unusual than being dead? It's not our concern in any case. Right, let's ignore that and find that noodle stand. Whatever happened to professional curiosity? Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to this Mirkit's place. Maybe hit him up for some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid. We solved the case of your accident and found a missing article of clothing. My panties! That leaves the noodle stand. Feel free to drop in if you get stuck. I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro cure. Hello, pro bono. Right, back to the office to plan our next move. Oh gosh. Write anything agency. June 15th. Write anything agency. You're that woman from the Kitaki place. Yes. I knew it. Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tialia. I have a request. Your request, ma'am? Your request? Let me guess. Something's been stolen? Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought... What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me? Maybe you could tell us what happened. Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand? Someone stole a stand? Poochie's here? God damn it. Or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him. Fiancé? What happened to him, then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park? Let me hear your story first. So what's your story? You frequent the Kitaki mansion, yes? Are you a member of their, organization? No, not yet. Not yet? You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. The boss's son? So he's a gangster? Yes, but the Kitakis are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, live a good gangster life. I think you're on to something, Miss Kitaki. I like the sound of that. I'm not sure your daddy would care much for that. Alright, murder in the park. What happened? I haven't been told all the details, but I do know a body was found in the park near the Kitaki mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol, but I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual, and your fiancé was arrested for this. What sort of person is your fiancé? Your fiancé is the Kitaki family's only son, correct? His name is Wookie. Wookie Kitaki. I brought a photo. And that is what he looks like. Well, that's quite the photo. I know. Oh, he could be powerful and menacing, but so cute. But if he's the boss's only son, I heard you left it. You're so done with this thing. I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already of this agency. Please, help my Wookie, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove his innocence. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. Letter of request added to the court record. For the legal defense of her fiancé, Wookie Kitaki. Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime. Alright, I guess back to the... well, I guess we gotta go to the detention center first. Detention center, visitor's room. Polly, you look as happy as a clam in its shell. For a lawyer, this is it. The place where the battle begins. You need something? Ah, yes, we're attorneys. I was hoping we could see Mr. Wookie Kitaki. Sorry, he's in questioning right now. Could take a while. Rat. Oh, well, guess we'll have to come back later then. So much for that battle. Alright. Guess not going there. Kitaki Mansion. Oh. Well, now there's just a bike. So this is it. My first murder crime scene. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing. We're investigating, aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of, huh? Hit request? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiala must have used the Kitaki's stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Ah, great. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this guy? I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. But it's the first time I've felt in this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? Ah, Foreline. What is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Yes, the policeman officer fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Aha, very well. This way, 409. Whee! Hey! What about me? And there's the stand. At People Park. On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you. Will we see you again? Ask the wind for a line. I'll be riding on it. I love that man. Who was that? Eek! Apollo, look! A corpse! What? Hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, it sure got me. Ahem, might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? Well. Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here? Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again? That glamorous fop always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me, we have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? It's like, I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was written by Alita Tiala. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out. So what's up with the mannequin there? It's taken the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. The body was pulling the stand? So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Sky. I'm in charge of this crime scene. She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs just in case. Detective Sky? Quiet, please. It's snack time. making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and they won't give me the position I requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? Detective Sky, quiet please. Oh, it's snack time. We're not making much progress here. Yeah, she must not be very busy. Trying to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and won't give me a position I requested. Blah blah blah. Anyways, probably want to examine. Hey there, no messing with the crime scene, but we need to investigate. Apollo, look, that stand. It says Eldon. I've noticed. Well, we've solved the case of the missing stand at least. Though the circumstances could stand to be better. Hey there, no messing with the crime scene, but we need to investigate. Investigations are to be carried out by professionals scientifically. She's not gonna let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Apollo. My, unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. I'd better check out what we came here to find at least. And what would that be? Ramen, rice ball. What am I supposed to find out? The defendant. Detective Sky, quiet please. It's night time. I gotta make much progress. Is he next? I don't know, friggin'. If you could spare a moment to take a look at this, can't you see I'm extremely busy? Eating snacks, yes. Busy eating snacks, I'd say. This is going nowhere fast. If you could spare a moment to take a look at this. Gosh dang it! How do I get past this freaking woman? I don't remember. Why can't I look at my badge? Maybe that? Come on. Am I supposed to look now? That's a freaking knife right there. And I can't look at the freaking crime scene. So it's kind of hard not to notice. I better check out what we came here to find at least. I think that's all I can do. Maybe his house. Yeah. Since we found the stand, then we can go. Oh, Mr. Eldon. Hello. Looks like he left. And we found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl? Not too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. What a bummer. Alright, anything agency? Maybe I can go talk to Mr. Wright. Yes! Ah, you're back. Run into some problems? Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something? Who, me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem. No problem. Actually, I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me! Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Eldon Noodle's stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was? That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyways? A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me. That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh wait, maybe you know that other guy too. That other guy? The shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucius. Indulge a concerned father. You got the crime scene. He looked like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances after a fashion. Calvier Gavin. Rock and roll god incarnate. Calvier? What a lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. And what was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, that detective woman won't let us. Go to the office, under his silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is.
Did I hear white powder?
You did hear white powder.
God, I want white powder.
Not that kind of white powder. Shut your mouth. Oh, and tell her I said hi. God damn it. Not that kind of white powder. It's not fucking cocaine. God damn. No clues here. Where's that fucking thing of white powder? A strange split box leers at me from the wall. Is this one of those boxes for cutting people in half? That's right. This cabinet is used for an illusion called the zigzag. I've seen one on TV, but why is one just sitting here in your office? Oh, it's a little big for me, you see. So I'm using it as furniture. Hats in the top, shirts in the middle, and pants down below. I think it's a nice touch, don't you? It's not exactly what I'd call a welcome decor. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Whoa! You know what this is? You know what this is, Trucy? I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. She thought it was sugar. This is getting more and more suspicious. White powder placed gringingly into pocket. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is. Yeah, the white powder. The one that you're so keen on. Friggin' white powder. People Park. Does this ring any bells? Ah, is that it? Where'd you get that? I brought it from the office. You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes? Yeah, sort of. Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Trucy Wright. You do what I think you did. Oh, it was Lord. Which I think is Eth's alternate account. Yeah, Death Lord Garthicon. Thank you for the follow. Which I think is you, Eth. Thank you.
I don't know who you are, but I hope you have a nice ass.
Just woke up. He was the one that was playing a Mori that you watched for like a tiny bit.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, gems of the internet, but it's just the
Yeah,
other way around.
you know, trying to promote people randomly in my DMs.
How dare
You
you?
know, making me actively not want to watch somebody.
Shut the hell up. Trucy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. I got jump scared by my own alert. I was like, what the hell?
Nice one.
Yeah. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. Oh my gosh. Burping.
He wants to fuck him.
Oh, jeez.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
Exactly.
White powdered memories. White powdered memories. Gotta love them. If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. So I guess I think I can examine everything now. This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief? What, you think someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah! Taking care of business, little plum Kitaki style. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. Alright, the murder weapon. It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. Oh, lingo. The defendant, Wookie Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this. There's a handprint on this shiv. A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. That's more tutorials! Yay! Right, first choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint? Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one fingerprint there. Those black spots. That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze. I guess this one? Right. Let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. You could, with the press of space, let's see. The oil left by the print absorbed the aluminum powder, so you just want to dust it off. And blow it off. But blow? It's like whistling, you know? You know how you whistle, don't you? Just use R and... Wow, amazing. It's like magic. Heh, isn't it though? Alright, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. Good. Clear. Quite impressive. Next, to match the print. The police office has samples so you can tell whose finger this print belongs to. That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Analyze. Match found. So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? The power of science is my life. Apollo, she's sparkling, and I'm dimming. Look, sharp spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. Knife added to the court record. The report came in late last night and the body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in the days and age, unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Paul Mirakits. I just received the autopsy report in that fact. Alright, well, it was Paul. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off pulling my mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is...
Take that!
Take that! Who's the old guy? This is the property of Eldon's Noodles, Mr. Eldon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad, I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work, thanks. Noodle stand added to the court record. What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Ooh, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Oh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic science, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors. Wasn't she in high school when she left? Bye, Kiri. What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. When Mr. Wright and his people helped me out, I owed him. Really? I had no idea. If she'd been out of the country for a while, she probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? Waki Kitaki, or Wookie Kitaki. I don't know if he is the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around violently in the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You are a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance. Actually, yes, I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Eh? The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Victim. Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's the physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Mirakits Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Mirakits stole the stand and pulled it all the way here. That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the stand. Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here. I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted. Don't touch those. Those are preserving the crime scene. Oh, I guess the police put those tarps here after all. And this is Mr. Eldon's noodle stand, obviously. It does say Eldon in big letters, doesn't it? Also, very much. And that mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him with what with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right. Congratulations, Apollo. And leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. There's got to be a good clue or 2 around here. You and your trash cans, go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? But look, another pair of... underwear? Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? Bloomers added to the court record. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over there. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. If I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this, don't worry, it looks like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Back to the mansion. Back to the agency. And to the detention center. June 15th. Detention center. Visitors room. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put you in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's taking in the private room with him. Talking in the private room with him. Father, you mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care. Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old. Ah, they're here. Kitaki. Oh, this guy's radiance power. Power with a cute apron? You Walkie's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family Pierce. Actually, I came to speak to your son, Mr. Justice. Yes, my son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capice? Yes, I'm all about capising. Capiced loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be Wookiee. A G's not a G till he does hard time, Bizio. You'll see when I get out of here, things will change. Silence. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me? I don't need no trial. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. So much for talking to our client. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come and check it out. And that should be a to be continued. And I think that will end this stream. Because this is going to be a long trial. And I need sleep because I actually have something to do at 3. I'm going to be going to get some ramen with some friends later. So, I hope you all enjoyed. I will be uploading this to my channel for part 2. And maybe I'll stream more later today. Or maybe I'll even stream with a friend of mine doing Pal World. Because I want to try it out so badly. But maybe I'll just wait till tomorrow to play with Eth. Because that's going to be a fun stream. Alright. But I will see you all later. There's more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. See y'all later. Bye. Sayonara.